Welcome back. It's Friday night. It's been a couple days since I put a video out. Came home from dinner with a colleague. Been working on some projects and some stuff I'll show you in another video, which I'm excited for, and we're gonna go back to this. So Splat, let me put another light on here and get comfortable. So Splat here, as many of you have been noticing in the last couple of videos, I'm stuck in my chair here, hold on. Yes, stick in here. All right. So Splat started its life as the Mantis 85, and I'm going to call it the praying mantis now because there was a couple of prayers that needed to be said to do what I needed to get done, and it's just such a tight build and such a pain in the ass that I'm amazed that I got it done. So you're going to ask what I did different, and I'm going to tell you. I put a taller standoff, which I had to, and it looks stupid, sort of, because I didn't adjust the camera yet. It's got 2-inch props, and it should only have 1.9, so they're mega close, but I actually swapped out the all-in-one camera VTX and put a Cadex Ant, and there is actually an Eachine VTX02 200 milliwatt VTX right here with a brand new antenna. And that is for the reason that the camera became the weakest link in this setup. It is such a stealthy, quiet, kick-ass, fast little ripper, and I had a lot of fun flying it when I flew it at the ball field, but the limitations were the VTX and the camera. And I would say the camera was even worse than the VTX. It's 25 milliwatts. You'd be amazed on the distance that you can go and foliage in the way and stuff. But just the camera was such a shitbag camera that you could not see what you were flying through. If there was any light kind of but like behind trees, if you're flying through trees, it was just absolutely unbearable. And it was just so blocky, even for analog, it just sucked shit. So I took the chance. I did a couple prayers, no pun intended, and decided to upgrade it and see where it brought me. If you want to be cosmetically bitchy about it, yeah, the camera kind of looks silly with it being that low, which it could be adjusted if I need to be. If I shrunk the props back down to a 1.9, which I'm probably going to do, because flying in the basement after playing with it yesterday, you bump anything. I think these are Hulkies. They just exploded. I haven't broken a prop, and I couldn't even tell you how long. And the Johnny FPV prop that exploded on me doesn't count because that wasn't my fault. I bumped into something, and these things just detonated. So I ended up turn the music down. Hold on. Ended up detonating 2 props within a couple minutes. So if I shrink these props, I could bring the standoff back up. These standoffs, I forgot what the hell they were from. They're not made for this, so there is a little bit of glue holding these in place, and I actually have a really kick-ass paint marker, which I'm using on another project at the moment. So I hot glued it in place and blacked over it. So I found a way to get the VTX to fit. Bad joke. So what I did was I changed the standoff here. At one point there was only a standoff in each corner holding the top on because it really didn't need anything fancy. And I found that if I changed the standoffs in here and did a male going into the bottom, which required me to change it all the way through, that way that a little, you can't even see it, a little plastic screw went into the secondary standoff, holding that end down, and then doing a standoff on each side here, I was able to mount the top plate down there, and it's isolated on top and bottom. A little blue isolator there, and then between the stack and stuff like that, and that gave me the room that I needed for the VTX, and I can still adjust it because the button's in the back. All the wires are out of the way, and that was another thing with this thing, is that no matter where you seem to look, there was a prop in the way of getting wires. Well, I kind of eliminated that. Those wires are in the center. These are out of the way. But came the next problem. While putting that into there, the VTX sat in the back. Well, my dumbass forgot the beeper sat right here in this gaping hole. So as soon as I went to place it, I'm like, son of a bitch. Corey got a chuckle out of that because I'm like, I'm thinking I'm done. I got it working. I got video. And then boom, ran into another problem. So what I did is I used the wires that ran to it, cut off the wires that ran to it, ran a fresh, brand new buzzer, ran it down and under, which is tough, and ran it down all the way through the back. So I hot glued the whole section of wire to keep everything low profile so it can't come up in the props, which it looks really cool because you can't see it. So it's like a black gooby mess. But that is paint marker covering the glue. And then I ran the beeper in the back. So I've got a fresh beeper that works, that is not obstructed, and you can hear it. Works fantastic. And all the wires are out of the way. And honestly, it don't look bad at all. So I figured it out, which is cool. Like I said, I'm probably going to switch back to the smaller props. Oh, and I added an iFlight. Look at the size of this freaking antenna. It's fantastic. So the only thing I really need to do is, I can't do it tomorrow because it's supposed to get snow. Sunday is actually take it back outside because I retuned it a little bit because putting the bigger motors on it, it reacted significantly different and is a lot more agile than it was before. So just a tweak of the PIDs, and then thing's badass looking. I love it. Just put the camera in it and fly it so I can tune it to flying it with the camera. Ripping around the basement was fantastic. It flew really good and was very happy. So I'd call this project done. And it's funny because it was a significant project for its size, being that it is such a small little build, but how much had to go into just kind of cramming everything into this. But I'm happy that it went the route that it did, and that I was able to get creative with it and be able to kind of put the better components that I wanted into it, so that way it makes it more of a functional quad, because I just kind of got stagnant with it. Yeah, it ripped really good and it was fun, but it was just pure analog. You couldn't put an HD camera on it, and you were limited to how far you could fly with that really shitty just whip antenna on the back, and not being able to see anything with the camera. So now I should be able to take it out and really give it a good rip and at least have HD footage of something in this, 85 millimeter profile. So stay tuned. Excuse me, what the fuck? Footage will be coming from this soon. I didn't put an edit out today on purpose. I'm just kind of holding back a little bit more. I do have a bunch of edits already done, but I'm going to pace pushing them out now that crappy weather's coming. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to get out and actually fly as much as I want to, so I want to hold on to the edits that I have for you guys to enjoy as much as you can. There's little wires and stuff everywhere on my desk, so stay tuned. I'm still here. I'm fighting a good fight, and I'm going to do a video tomorrow morning because my mask came in from my goggles, and I've been working on it just a little bit this evening, and I'm going to finish it tomorrow morning, and it is definitely my caliber of insanity. I don't even want to give you guys a hint to how crazy it is. It's definitely in line with the other mask that's on my goggles, and it looks kick-ass. So stay tuned. I appreciate y'all for following. Yeah, so let me know what you think. This is the praying mantis. It survived a huge makeover. This was one of the more challenging builds because of its size and stuff like that. And again, if it is aesthetic as I am about things and how much this kind of bothers me being lower down, I'm going to try, like I said, switching out the props and see what kind of room it gives me here. And if it works good, I'll boost this back up. But for now, it's okay. Taller standoff. And I didn't go hella bigger than it was before, but it gave me the option to fit the VTX into here and get me what I wanted and all of the functions. I didn't want to eliminate the beeper and shit like that. So it looks great. Oh, let's see if I can put this down. Hold on. Will it stand? Hold on. Let's see. Can I find something? Oh, dropping you. Come on, stand up. Stand. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let's see if I can get something taller. There we go. I'm going to turn the light off, show you guys a little of the... You won't see these light up. And that doesn't even look as bright as it really is. But it's really freaking bright. And then, again, when you arm and disarm, The LEDs and stuff on the arms are really kick-ass. So, yeah. On that note, praying mantis is done. And I'll see you guys in the morning.